So currently we are on part, let me see, 36 of the book Modern Coin Magic by J.D. Bobo, 5th edition, 1980-ish printing. Check my channel for the previous videos and my Patreon below to influence my upcoming content. Now without further ado, let's jump into the performance of Routine with a Coin number 1. So this is my, routines with a single coin number 1. Okay, here we've got a little $50, and what I'm going to do is we're going to try something magical. So, if I may, I'm going to actually get this coin, push around through the. Usually it's happened by now. Well, let me see if I can do it this time. And yeah, there we go. There we go. It looks cool. So we're going to have a little bit of fun with this coin right here and the handkerchief. Now mind you, this is not my take, I'm just doing it exactly as it says pretty much in the book. We've got the coin and the handkerchief, and we're going to try to do something amazing with this. The spectator can hold on to the ends, they grip the ends, they're holding on to it. Okay, and even though they're holding on to it, the best they can, I just put a little rub, and you can actually see it just coming right onto the handkerchief. I know it's a little bit unbelievable, and I actually want to make it more fair as I possibly can, so when I go over with it, you will actually see it, and it really does get carefully tucked away in there. The spectator can hold on to it, okay? And they are holding on to it the best they can, okay? And it makes it absolutely fair, so they can actually see it, and you can actually see it from all angles, okay? And all I have to do is just give it a little magical rub, and they can actually feel it too. That's a cool part. They can actually also see it slowly coming right on through. Just like that. That is the coin going through. One last thing I wanted to try, and I have to do this standing, so my apologies in advance. I need to look a little bit more professional for this. Okay. So we have the $50. Forgive me for having to play to a lower angle. We can hopefully see it work. Okay, one last time, spectator, you haven't been involved yet. What's your name? Michael. Michael, pleasure to meet you. Michael, I want to do something very special for you, okay? Hold on to it one last time, and we're going to do something amazing with it. Take. And one last time, we're going to show the coin, okay? Handkerchief. Sorry for the edit, just minor mishap. So we show the coin one last time, okay? And we're going to try something amazing with this, okay? We're going to get it, okay? And they're holding on to it one last time. And I want to be hands off on this. They're holding on to it. You can even grip it right here, even closer. They're holding on to it. My hands are clean, no sleeving whatsoever. And then they snap. And instead of it pinching right through, it just goes totally all together. And that is Routine with a Single Coin, version number 1. I hope you enjoyed the performance, and now we're going to review the featured tricks. I believe it was 2 heads and tail, SE front and back manipulation, routine with a single coin number 1, routine with a single coin number 2. But just before I do that, I just want to mention a super quick note for possible sponsors. Penguin Magic, Magic Apple, Illusionist, their 11, World Magic Shop, Magic Geek, Magic Warehouse, Infamous Tony Harding. If you or others wish to be sponsoring my regular video content, apologies for the burp, feel free to email me at draphaelp@gmail.com. So for the trick reviews, let's start with the first one. 2 heads and a tail. It's like kind of a little pop of a coin, or it's like a little quick trick, a little thing you can just show your magician friends. Hey, here's a little cool thing I've been working on. It's kind of cute, but it doesn't necessarily play into bigger routines, but it's still cool to know. What is interesting is if you're a stage conjurer, the next one, the SE front and back manipulation, is the modern, I believe it's the most modern, one of the most modern techniques for being able to back palm. So if you do stage, you really need to read this section. It's really important so it can help you improve the back palming and manipulation of that. I don't do stage, nor do I do back palms much, so it isn't for me, but I see many people would just run right to this. This is it, the cool stuff. And a routine with single coin, I decided to go for this one just because it was, I'll be honest, a bit easier than the other one. And it felt less repetitive, and I needed to scan for the other version so you wouldn't see me at all. I'd rather you see me a little bit, so works out there. It uses the handkerchief, even though it's like it gets to use some of the classics, the handkerchief vanish, and I mean you get to use the same little ploy steal a couple times, which is alright. And I got to add my little twist to make it a little bit fun. You know, you could actually double tuck it so you can spectators can actually feel the coin in there before you pull it on through, which has some nice things. And yeah, I didn't add anything to it, but if I could, I just would have done some other choice tricks. I have opinions, but you get to showcase what you learned earlier, and you get to showcase the fundamentals, which is why it's the first thing in there. And so it's really good in its own right for that purpose. And one thing I do want to note is that what is it? Mike Gallo has been known for subtleties like this nature, where he uses the, instead of pushing it through, instead of doing the basic one, he does a more advanced version where, let's say it's copper silver, they don't know about the copper. You just get the spectator to get it to push it on through. So the coin pushes on through the first time, and then that's a reverse motion. And then when he actually does it, or instead of first time he takes it, pushes on through. The second time he does it, he gets it, pushes it, and the presumption is that it went inside there. And even though it's a switch out, or people presume it just penetrated inside there. That's one way you used it, or there's some other ways to play with it, but that was one of the basic uses. You'll see Mike Gallo, and I think it was later DVDs, he actually used that quite commonly, which was an interesting technique. And then routine with the single coin number 2. This was a lot of behind the knee work where it just keeps on being produced behind the knee, which is cool, and it has some features, like a lot of the basic stuff you would never normally use in the book, you probably gloss over. You get to combine all these fun little aspects into a single routine, which has some merit, but the problem was, again, you wouldn't see me in this video at all, and I'd rather see my lovely little face. Gotta love that. So, final thing, just want to mention it before you click off, and after giving it a like and subscribing, I just want to say a huge thank you so much to everyone for just spending some time with me. I really mean it every time I say it. As always, my goal is to provide quality content, 5 videos a day, 150 videos a month, which is potentially 600 tricks a month. So, as always, stay tuned and stay magical.